everybody, and how are we all? I hope all is well. This is a requested topic video through my friend Andrew, but I thought before I'd rather do it as a live stream than a video. So yeah, I hope everyone is well. I've got some notes here to keep me on the topic. But yeah, I just hope everyone is doing well. Like I said, the topic is the same as the thumbnail, dealing with autism. So this was a requested topic through my friend Andrew, and I just wanted to talk about it in quite a lot of depth. Like I said, I have got a whole page of notes here talking about the topic and how my autism affects me and what I do to self-cope and things like that. So yeah, one person in the room, welcome. Come on in, share the stream out if you wouldn't mind. But yeah, this is a requested video for my friend Andrew, who requested this on a email. So I hope everyone finds this useful. So let's get into it. I've never touched on this topic before because it was something I felt that I didn't really need to discuss. I felt it was a topic that I want to keep to myself because dealing with autism is not fun. It can be quite overwhelming and emotional and difficult because autism is a daily thing that I have to deal with. It's something that I have to go through every day. It's a physical feeling, it's a mental feeling, it's an emotional feeling. It's a feeling that I have to go through sounds and touch and taste and everything else in between. But to talk about it, I don't want to trigger or potentially upset people, but this is a topic that I've not talked about for a certain reason because I know not a lot of people will want to understand it or understand why I'm talking about it. But yeah, we've got one person in the house. Lovely. Hope you guys can actually see me more and share this out. But yeah, I just want to talk about this. But yeah, if I'm not going to get any more people in, I might just end the stream actually and do it as a video because there's not a lot of people in here right now. So I know there's a lot of people streaming. So, but yeah, 2 people in the house. Whoop. Share this out if you wouldn't mind, please. Come and say hey in the chat if you wouldn't mind. I'm going to be talking about dealing with autism and how it affects me and how I go through it, things like that. I may do this as a video instead if we're not going to get many people in here. Like I said, this is a requested video for my friend Andrew, who requested it on a email. So I want to do him justice by doing it as a stream. And like I said, I do have a whole page of notes here to discuss and to go through with you. 3 people in the house. Whoop. Welcome. Come say hey in the chat. Don't be afraid. I won't rip your head off. It'd be good to discuss other people's opinions as well in the chat. If you wouldn't mind, come to say hey in the chat. I'm wanting to discuss this because I feel it's important. Oh, we're down to 1 person again now. Come on, guys, share this out. Come and say hey in the chat. Don't be afraid, or either that, or I'll end the stream and I'll just do it as a private video. But I do have a lot to say on the topic. I do have like a page and a bit of notes here. Welcome to the 3 people in the house. 2 thumbs up. How are you doing? I hope everything is well. Hey, Keaton. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. How are we? I hope you're well. It's good to see you. But yeah, like I said, this topic is a topic that I've been wanting to discuss for a while, but I've not really touched upon it because I felt it was something that I often keep to myself and don't really want people to kind of know about. But Andrew asked me to really talk about it in depth. So Andrew, if you are here, if you are listening, come on in and listen because this video is for you. This stream is for you if you are about Andrew. But yeah, let's get into it. So my autism happens in many ways, how I deal with it. So with autism, you have many different areas. You have touch, taste, sight, sound, and smell, which is the 5 trigger areas that I deal with every day. So for me, my main triggers are the taste, the sound, and the smell. So 3 out of 5 that actually do affect me. Hey, Joe. Hey, Andrew. How you doing, Andrew? I thought I'd do it as a stream for you. So this is a requested video for Andrew, who is in the chat. But yeah, let's get into it. Hey, Mark. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you, brother. I appreciate you being in the chat for me. So yeah, dealing with autism can be quite difficult because, like I said, I have touch, taste, sound, smell, and sight, which are the 5 trigger areas, and I only have really 3 of the trigger areas. And it's difficult because autism is a multifaceted thing. You have things that are difficult, you have things that can be kind of easy. So for me, right now, I'm quite overstimulated, I'm quite anxious, and I thought I'd do this in a state that I'm in now because I want to show you that autism isn't perfect all the time. This is me when I'm in a bad way. This is how I get when I'm anxious. This is how I get when autism isn't perfect, or when my autism is in a good state of mind. And right now, I'm not in a good state of mind. My autism is highly anxious. I'm overstimulated. I'm sensory impaired. I'm very much like, oh, because I'm going through many different emotions, feelings, thoughts. And I want to do this video justice for Andrew because he asked me so sweetly in the email to talk about it. So I'm talking about it in a way that will come across to him, and also to let him know that autism is not a perfect condition. Autism is a multifaceted, complicated condition because when you are on the autistic spectrum, everyone's different. So for me, I'm very sensory impaired by my noise, my sight, my smell, and my taste. Because again, I go through all these different emotions, all these different flavors, smells, noises, people, and I have to learn to come across where I'm going. And for me, it can be very overwhelming, especially when I'm in a bad way. And like right now, my conversation is very blah, 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 because I'm struggling to get my words out, and I'm struggling to tell you how I feel right now. And right now, I feel like I'm barely functioning because I've had to go out and be social. I've had to go out and put myself out there socially, talk to people, socialize, forced eye contact, all that kind of stuff. So again, for me, it's a case of that I don't deal well when I'm in a bad way, and this is the real side of autism. Like when I kind of mask all my good sides of my autism. Hello, Jonathan. How are you? When I mask my good sides of autism, I'm woohoo, and I'm chatty, and I'm functioning, and yay, everything's woohoo. This is the side where it's not okay. This is the side where I'm want to shut down. This is the side where I want to withdraw. This is the side where I don't want to talk to nobody. And well, apart from the Jamie Show and a couple of other people I can name right now, but yeah, I don't deal well. I am very overstimulated. I've been overstimulated since yesterday, and I've still not managed to kind of get my thoughts and to calm down. I've managed to somewhat self-regulate, but I'm still fairly high up on that agenda because I still struggle with my communication. I'm still struggling to control how I deal with every different emotion, every different thought, every different feeling that I'm going through right now. My body is in a lot of pain, like my lower back hurts and my jaw and my head actually really hurt. But again, I'm doing this because I want to show the side of autism that people don't see with me. I'm very much about being real, being raw, being honest with you, and this is a way of me showing you the real side, the bad side of what autism is. Because when I don't do this, I usually will talk to people in private when I'm like this, or I will go and disappear off social media until I can exactly, Mark, exactly, you get the point. Like I can go from being hyper happy and hyper woohoo and yay and I feel good and everything's woohoo, and then I can come crashing down, down, and I feel like I just can't cope with it. And so therefore I want to come live and show you that autism is not a woohoo thing all the time. And there's days where I just don't want to talk, there's days where I won't film, there's days where I just won't put any content out because I don't want to put myself out there like that. And I don't want you guys to be frightened or upset or worried about me because that's not what I want to do. Hey, Stuntman Steve, good to see you. And basically, when I'm in a hi, Joe, good to see you, brother, love you. And when I'm in that space and in that place, I don't function well. And being overstimulated in an environment where you have noise, you have people, you have smells, you have music, you have people tapping their feet, you have people talking on their phones, you have people who are yelling and cussing and and I have to go through that on a daily occurrence, and it can be quite difficult. And when you're not in a good place, like right now I'm not, but I'm doing this to show Andrew that autism is a very multifaceted thing. I don't deal very well when I'm in a bad place, so I want to keep on track with my notes. So let's get into the other thing I want to talk about. So Andrew asked me how my autism affects me. So I have, oh God, how do I answer this? I have kind of two parts how my autism affects me. I have the part where I self-control, self-regulate, and do the things I need to stim. So if you see me sort of rocking, or I might play with my hair, or you might see me fiddle with the ends of my fingers, it's not because I'm trying to get away from the topic or divert it. It's because I'm needing to stim and I'm needing to self-regulate because my body feels like it's on edge and is trying to fight whatever's in my head. So again, it's about the fact that I don't deal well with my autism sometimes. And he asked me about how it affects me as a disability. So again, I have the sensory processes, I have the physical sensations, so things like panic attacks. Hey Mojo, good to see you, bro. How are you? I'm going to give you a wrench. Yes, I am, because I can. There we go, Mojo. You now have a wrench in my channel, my friend. And basically, this is how my autism affects me when I'm nervous or anxious or I'm overstimulated. And when I get a final question, I'll send it to you. But if you want, I can send what I have so far. Yes, please, Stuntman Steve. If you can send it over, that would help me out massively. So then I can prep and write down my answers and edit them if I need to, whatnot. So yeah, send it on over. Then I can start working on it. But yeah, thanks a lot, Steve, for that. Yeah, Joe. Yes, I did great with you, brother, because that was behind the scenes. It wasn't public like this. It wasn't out there so people can go, what the hell's wrong with her? Like, it was private. We talked it out. We thought it through. We escalated it. We de-escalated it. And then we were able to get me to a point where I was able to fluently get myself back into some form of communication. But again, because I've been overstimulated since last night, that still is affecting me today. And I'm still having to try and balance in my head what I feel, what I'm thinking, how to communicate with people. My attitude is not the most greatest today. I've kind of said some inappropriate shit to people in my family, which I probably shouldn't have said. But again, that's how my autism affects me, because I struggle to sometimes get my words out the right way or the appropriate way. So again, it can cause problems. Then he asked me about how do I respond to people. So again, for me, when I respond to people, it's about my hi Jonathan, good to see you. When I have multiple emotions or multiple thoughts in my head, I have to basically detail it how I'm feeling. So right now I've got the feeling of, oh fuck, I'm screwing this up and I'm basically struggling to get my words out, and I feel that maybe people might laugh at me. But again, this is a topic that I haven't approached because of the thoughts in my head, and also I don't know if people want to know about how my autism affects me in detail, because I kind of give you snippets on videos and live streams. But again, this is not a topic I've really touched on or that I've really given people a chance to understand it. And yeah, it's just something that I've not really felt was something that I needed to share. But Andrew wanted this. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Andrew, but this is a topic you wanted me to discuss. So yeah, I want to talk about how my biggest triggers are. So the biggest triggers are, with regards to me, is noise, is smell, and taste, because I have a lot of sound issues. Like if I go outside and there's a lot of noise, especially high pitched noise like police sirens, ambulances, police cars, buses, I tend to get a lot of noise in my head, and then it's like boom, 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 boom at me, and I can't process it. My brain's just going so quick that I'm unable to separate the noise and actually then de-escalate it. I'm actually struggling mentally to think it through and to understand why I'm feeling that way or why I'm going through that situation at that time. It becomes an overload of emotions, an overload of thought, an overload of feeling, because I'm having to process what's in my brain and trying to get out in a safe way to you guys, so then you understand how my brain kind of ticks in a different way to you. And it is difficult because this is a topic that I don't really touch upon, and I probably should touch upon it, because again, it shows you I'm being raw, that I'm being real, that I'm being honest with you. Hello, Dr. Smith. Lovely, Dr. Smith. How you doing, Dr. Smith? Good to see you, my friend. I appreciate you coming in. So yeah, and I wanted to talk about being vulnerable, because again, when you're on the autistic spectrum and you're expected to be this perfect person or perfect advocate, it's not going to happen, because I'm not perfect. No, I'm not. I've made loads of mistakes. Yes. Do I make loads of mistakes? Heck yes, I do. because that's autism. I can't just be the perfect person you expect me to be. I'm not the perfect advocate. I speak from my own experience only. I don't speak for the whole autistic community because I can't. I speak on my behalf, my experiences, what I go through, what I struggle with, what I do to adapt and to cope and to mask, because that's what society expects me to do. They expect me to mask and mimic because they expect me to be this perfect high functioning person, when in reality that doesn't work, because when you're on the spectrum, again, it's very diverse. It's very a linear spectrum. You have people who are high functioning on one end and low functioning at another, but again, the labels aren't suitable. It's a different spectrum. We all have different needs, sensibilities, sensitivities, food issues, touch issues, sight issues. Like for me, I got bad eyesight. I admit that my eyesight is crap. I have sound issues with high pitched noise, which triggers me. I have smell issues to different types of smells. So for me, it's more high scented smells. So again, things like Indian food or things that have a high scented smell that's going to hit my sensory system, and then all of a sudden it just goes bam, because I can't cope with the smell. It just gets to a point where it interferes with my brain, and my brain's like, no, don't lock it, don't lock it, don't lock it, don't lock it. And all of a sudden I'm just like boom, 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 boom. And then it gets to a point where I can't cope, or I can't talk, or I get over anxious to the point where I'm rocking, or you might see me playing my fingers, or you might see me thinking, because I don't know what to say or what to do. And sometimes I might do like this like little head tick, sort of where I turn my head up side to side, because I'm trying to interact with the chat here. I'm trying to show that autism is not all perfect, because no, it's not. Is autism perfect? No, it's not. Do I have my bad days? Yes. Do I have my times where I hate it? Yes, I do. I'm going to be honest. There's days right today and yesterday I've hated it, because I've been so oversensitized and so overwhelmed with emotions and feelings and thoughts and processes that my brain's like, give me time to breathe, frick's sakes. And hi, Swampy Acres. Good to see you. I appreciate you coming in here, Swampy Acres. 1SP. How are you doing, 1SP, my brother? Good. I'll give you a wrench. I don't know why you didn't have a wrench in here before, but yeah, good to see you, Swampy Acres. I appreciate you coming in, and welcome to my channel. I hope you like what you see here on the channel. Please smash that like and share the stream out if you would. But yeah, we're talking about how my autism affects me and how I deal with it. So again, it's communication. Communication, again, hits me differently because each day is different. So one day I can wake up and be absolutely fine. Everything's woohoo. And I'm able to function and talk and socialize and go out and be social and be independent. And then there's days where I'm just like, hey, Chasing America, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And there's days where I'm like this, where I'm, no, because I'm not coping with it. I'm overstimulated. I have too much sensory input in my brain. I'm having to try and dumb it down so that it doesn't get to a point where I'm like, help, because I can't physically do anything else. I can't physically stop myself from getting over panicked or having a panic attack. On my streams in the past, if you go back onto my channel, you'll see where I've had panic attacks, anxiety attacks in on my stream, because my brain's just gone woo at me, and I've not been able to calm it down to a point where I'm like, boom, and then I explode at people. And that's not what I'm about. I don't like showing that side of me, but this is relevant because it is part of my autism. I can't just switch my brain off. You're welcome, 1SP, no worries. Swampy Acres, that's great. I'm going to start doing some videos for parents in the coming weeks. I'm going to start doing a playlist called ASD for parents, and it's basically going to be videos step by step explaining how it is to be a parent of an autistic kid, or potentially of an autistic kid. And I'll go through the steps and strategies that I use to be as regulatory as I am now, as calm as I am now. But again, I'm not calm because I am overstimulated. I am very much, for fuck's sake, like I am trying to cope and mask it and mimic it and try and make sure that I keep myself on. Dragon! Oh my god, are you kidding me? Dragon! Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Oh, Dragon! Oh, dude! Thank you so much, Dragon. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate the donation. Dragon, that's amazing. Oh my God. Much love and respect to you, Dragon. Much love and respect. Thank you. Appreciate you. Mwah. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate that. That will be spent on the channel. That will be spent on getting equipment or anything that I feel I need to make the channel better with regards to autism fidgets or sensory aids or anything that will help me with my autism journey. But yeah, thank you so much, Dragon, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Yeah, every day, like I said, it's different for me. I go through different emotions, thoughts, feelings, and I'm just trying to keep on track with my script here. I want to talk about anxiety because a lot of people don't get this. They think that I'm just this super functioning person and I don't appear anxious. I don't appear like I'm having a meltdown or whatnot. Anxiety is up here. I can't show you all the time what's up here in my head. I have to dumb it down inside myself in here. So when I get it down here, I can then go, oh, I don't feel 100% well. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's anxiety, my depression. I don't know if it's sensory overload, anxiety overload. And I have to try and communicate it and balance it in a way that I know how to. And the problem is it's very much up and down. Autism is a spectrum. Like I said, it's very up and down with different things. And for me, my autism goes up and down all the time. So again, you have sensory overload, you have the anxiety, you have the thoughts of that you're letting people down, that you're mucking up, you're screwing up. Okay, Keaton, take care, my friend. Thanks a lot for coming in. And basically, you have that fear all the time that you're letting people down, that they're disappointed with you, that they find you awkward, they don't want to talk to you, that you're always doing something wrong. And I get that because I feel like all the time I'm having to constantly check myself and go through the routine and go through the thoughts in my head. Am I upsetting this person? Am I not making sense to this person? And it's difficult because, again, I don't know sometimes how to interact with the person. I don't know sometimes if I really irritate them or what I say may annoy them. And, you know, hi, Jonathan. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. I'm just going to have to check something quickly. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I just had to check something because I got a notification on my laptop. So I quickly checked that, put that away. So, yeah, I know, Jonathan. I know you're here listening to me. That's cool. No worries. And I want to talk about the terms high functioning and low functioning because labels suck. When you are on the autistic spectrum, you can't label people because we're all individually different. Yes, I may be high functioning medically diagnosed, but just because I'm high functioning diagnosed doesn't mean that I'm high functioning all the time. No, it doesn't, because I'm someone that is very neurodiverse. Give me a second. I've got more notifications coming up now. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about this in a more deep context rather than doing a video. I thought it'd be good to do this as a video to explain it. Also, I want to talk about the negative signs of autism. So again, it's about how I see things in my head, how I see things day to day going. So again, it's about my autism can affect me in different ways, and I can go from being in a good mood for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Then one little thing will trigger me, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, 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 boom. And I go to such a down and up, down and up, down and up spiral, because there's days where I can be good and woohoo, Gemma's great and she's had a great time, and then there's one little thing that will knock me and it's like boom, Gemma's on the warpath because she's not coping. Swampy Acres, I will be starting that playlist beginning of next week. It'll be called ASD for Parents, and it'll be a top tips and tricks from me telling you how to look after your autistic child or autistic loved one, and I will talk through my own personal boundaries and things that have helped me and things that are still bothering me, and then I will break that down. I'm probably going to do like 2 a week videos for that because there's so much unraveling I need to do with the parent stuff. There's going to be a lot more parent stuff and obviously a lot more advocacy stuff. I want to try and hit on some of the political autism articles as well, because there is a lot of political stuff that's going to be going on in March and April because of World Autism Week. So I just want to let you know about that as well. Dealing with autism is confusing. It's hard. It's overstimulating. It's emotionally draining. It can be so hard to live a supposed normal life my normal is normal because what I go through is my normal every day. I go through the shutdowns, the meltdowns, the physical anxiety, the panic attacks, the anxiety attacks, the emotional meltdown attacks. I go through that and I deal with what I have to process and deal with, because if I don't, then I won't be real to you. And I need to show you that autism is such a neurodiverse issue that this is just my experience. Like, not everyone will go through the same thing as me. No, they won't. But I'm just going through things that I go through to see, hey, this is what Gemma doesn't like. This is what Gemma likes. And that's why I do a lot of my poetry as well, because my poetry is my way of self-expression, self-control, self-restraint. It's how I calm down and choose to self-regulate. And that's how I choose to calm myself down rather than going on to live stream and ranting or raving like I used to do in the past. I'm very much more in control of myself. Hey, Anton. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you from the land of down under. What time is it for you right now? But yeah, I want to talk about how I deal with autism, how it affects me, impacts me, how I process a lot of things. I'm also looking through my script here. I want to talk about control versus manipulation, because, again, control and manipulation are two different things. You've got people who try to manipulate you into doing certain things, or they try and say things like, oh, well, Jem, if you just do this, you'll get better, If you just do this, your autism won't be as bad. Whereas people who try and take control of you, and they say, oh, hey, Ted Mac, good to see you. Thanks for coming over. So when you see people trying to do that, it's like they go, oh, well, Gemma, I can do this for you. If you just let me, no, I can do it myself. I don't need someone to control me. I don't need someone to go, Gemma, do this, 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 this. No, because I can do it myself. I'm pretty self-aware for the most part, but it's pretty much how I deal with things, how I surround myself with people, and it's the environment. It's to do with the stimulus around me that I get overstimulated with. And the problem is, a lot of people don't see that. They see that as a form of me going, oh my God, panic. No, it's the environment that overstimulate me. And it's the fact that I get overstimulated with, like I said, noise and touch and smell and all that. So I have to deal with a lot of sensory processing that's in my head. I have to deal with a lot of things on YouTube that people don't understand when they say to me, oh, well, you don't act autistic or you don't look autistic. You talk, you function. Yes, I may function, I may talk, I may verbalize with you and rationalize with you. But after this, will you see me? No. Will you see me on people's panels? No, probably not, because I'm going to be so mentally done from this stream because it's drained the energy out of me and how I feel about certain things. Let me just turn myself around so you can see me more better on the camera. One SP says, my nephew's autistic. I don't know where he is on the spectrum, but he just started dating a woman who's also. Oh, cool. That's so awesome on SP. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's found his partner. That's awesome. But yeah, I just want to come on here and talk about it, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, you never touched on this issue, Gemma. Why not? Why don't you talk about the bad sides of it? And I'm like, you know what? Andrew's given me the platform to do it. He's given me my voice and he's asked me to do it. So, you know what? I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I'm going to give you the most honest answers I know how. Again, I want to talk about people's intentions and communication, because, again, that is where I struggle with a lot of my autism, is people's intentions, their behaviour, and what they're trying to do for me, if they're trying to manipulate me, if they're trying to actually help me. And this, again, comes under the fact that I get into trouble. So in the past, I hate walking. Now I love doing it. However, in the past, I used to do small amount of walking. Now I love. Everyone is different. Not everyone would answer. Exactly. Exactly, Ted Mac. Like, I suck at eye contact. I will admit that. Like, right now, I'm not doing it because it mentally and physically, emotionally drains me and wears me out to the point where I don't want to. And the fact people will say to me, well, what's wrong with you? Look at the screen. Look at people. Look at people in the eye, Gemma. And it's hard. It's not an easy thing for me to do. And, I struggle with eye contact. Yes, I do. I admit that on several occasions. I've done several videos on the topic because people still want to pick a fight with me. And unfortunately, it's part of my autism. I can't switch it off. I can't stop it. I wouldn't want to. But the problem is, people see me as this autistic woman and say, oh, well, you can make eye contact. No. You can function without being restricted. No. Because, again, it's about how I see the world and how thank you, Dr. Smith. I appreciate your input. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I felt it was important and to do Andrew justice. Hey, Firefly Farm. Hi, honey. How are you doing? But yeah, I just want to talk about this from a rational standpoint and to educate people, because by the end of the day, it's something that needs to be more talked about, and it's been too hidden for too long. And the problem is, I've been afraid to talk about it because of the stereotype and the backlash. Because a lot of people are, oh, well, you're just autistic. Deal. It's not just about dealing with it. It's about, hey, Cody, good to see you. How you doing, Cody? I appreciate you coming in. I hope all is well with you. Share this out and smash a like if you would. But yeah, I'm just going through my script right now. I don't know what else I've got to say. Travel. Yeah, travel is an issue that I have to deal with as well. So what I do, I don't give him eye contact when I talk, which makes it more relaxing. So you're still trying to fix your plumbing, Firefly? That sucks. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about this in a topic that could be relatable, that people could understand, because again, autism isn't perfect. No, it's not. Do I find it easy to talk about this? No. Am I overstimulated right now? Yes. Am I feeling panicky? Yes, because I don't know the reaction of people. I don't know what they're going to say, what they're going to come in the chat and do. I don't know if they're going to try and pick a fight, or they're going to think that, oh, Gemma's just over dramatizing it again and again. Like, oh dear, Gemma's having a panic. Like, no, it's not about that. And I want to make this known. This is for educational awareness. This is to help somebody. Thank you, Steve. I'll check that after the stream, my friend. Thank you. Yeah. So love you too, Firefly Farm. Love you too. And I thought that I would just touch on it because autism isn't perfect. No, it's not. Do my autism kick my ass? Yes, it does. The last 2 days I've found it intensely difficult. The thought of talking to people, the thought of wanting to be on camera at all is horrifying me. The thought of wanting to be anywhere on YouTube, to be honest with you, is over panicking me. But I do it because I want to support people. And the problem is, the more that I support people and get this message out to people, the more likely they are to understand that I literally cannot function right now. My social skills are limited. My eye contact is sucking, and I'm aware of that because my eye is now itching me. Ow. But yeah, I suck at eye contact. I'm aware of that, but I just want to come on and talk about it the best way that I know how to. But yeah, I hope this has helped somebody. I hope that you've learned a little bit more about who I am and what I go through on the everyday basis. And I thought I'd just come on here and discuss it. I'm just going to quickly check something because I've got something flashing at me. What's that? Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, I just want to come on here and briefly talk about it. It has been nearly 40 minutes, which I think is enough to discuss this in a detailed way. I think I've got the main points of what I wanted to say out. And yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap this stream up. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new here. And I will see you all next time, guys. Bye.